Hello my friends, how are you doing? Today I will show you how to make any subject in a photo pop so it goes from this to this. My name is Olivio, I'm a professional designer and I want to thank all of my patrons who support me and make these videos possible. Also, right now, I'm offering a business workshop where I teach you how I build my channel into a successful business, and you can too, because I want to help as many people as possible to be their own boss. And right now, you can watch the first lecture completely free, and if you sign up, the 21st people get 20% off. This is going to be a 6-week workshop where we do live streams, exercises, an exclusive Facebook group where we can talk to each other. So there's a lot of value included. Check out all the information on the store page. All right, let's start the tutorial now. Okay, I want to delete this here. And the first thing that you want to do is to select the important parts of the picture. In this case, it's going to be the face, but in case of maybe a car or a building or a watch or whatever you want to photograph, you want to select either one area or different areas in that picture to use them for the process that I'm going to show you now. So let's go to the ellipse tool here on the left side, like this ellipse selection tool. And then I will select the face area like this. Now, my picture has quite a big resolution, as you can see here. So when I go to select and feather to make the selection softer, I will put a rather big value. This value depends on the resolution of your picture. So you want to play around with that a little bit, get an idea how good the selection is. I will go with roughly 350 pixels here as the feathering, so to soften the selection area like this. And what you can do here to test the area out is to go to select and then invert pixel selection. We will do this several times in this video, invert pixel selection. So you can see now the outside is selected. And now I will create an adjustment for brightness and contrast. And with this, I can test where my picture is getting brighter or darker, and if that selection is satisfying for me to achieve what I want to achieve with that, right? Okay, so now we can delete this. And the first thing we want to do, so there's several steps included here. The first thing we want to do is to go to live filters, selection still active by the way, and select clarity here. And you can see this also has created a clarity with our selection in there. So if I apply the clarity, you can see this is applied to the areas outside of the face, because what we want to do here is to reduce the clarity quite a bit here. Let's go, for example, minus 30% to soften up the other areas of the picture to make them a little bit less important in the picture, right? That's pretty important. Okay, so now with this selection, again, the next step we are going to do is to create adjustment, and then we go with our brightness and contrast like so. And what we want to do is to pull in a little bit more contrast like so, and then reduce the brightness a little bit. This is to your taste, so you have to look and see how much the picture should get darker, how much contrast you want to add, or maybe even take contrast away. Really depends on your look. I want to add a little bit of contrast here to the background, like so. Now, the next thing we want to do is to go to select and then invert pixel selection, like so. So now we have only the face selected. Now we are going to go here to live filters again, and we are going to add an unsharpened mask like so. And this will enable us to sharpen this area inside. So basically to sharpen the face and make it clearer than the rest of the picture. Remember, before we made the rest of the picture outside of the face softer by reducing clarity, now we are making the face itself a little bit sharper. So let's go here for a factor of, let's say, let's go with 0.8 pixels, and the factor here of, let's also 0.8 like this. Let's zoom in here a little bit like so. And you can see Actually, this is on the brightness and contrast, so that's not good. You want to click and pull this out of here so it sits on top of the picture. And you can see that this introduces a bit more sharpness to the details of the face. Especially look here at the eyes, the eyelashes, stuff like that. When I turn it off, this is softer here in these areas. When I turn it on, this is going to be a bit more crisp. Also the eyes, right? Okay, pretty good. Now, what we want to do also is again go here to adjustments, create another brightness and contrast adjustment. And in this case, we're just going to push up the contrast a little bit, so we have a bit more contrast in the face, right? Good. Now what we can do next is to deselect. So go Control D on your keyboard. D like Dorian, or I don't know, Dromedar, or something like with D, you know? Okay, good. And as a last step, you want to go to Live Filters and create a vignette, and then pull the hardness down. Pull the exposure down a little bit. Again, this is on one of our layers, not good. Click on that, pull it out. So now you can see the vignette adjustment. You don't want to go too dark, just a little bit of that. Reduce the hardness again, scale it up to make it a little bit bigger, because we just want to catch these areas on the corners a little bit and to add a little bit more darkness on the sides. And so now you can see that this is before and this is after, how much the face pops, how much we are drawn to the face in the picture. And again, the rest of the picture became a little bit more soft, and the main subject, the face in this case, became a little bit more crisp, a little bit more contrast. And this is why it pops out to us and we focus on that area when we look at the picture. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, check out the first lecture of my business workshop and see you in the next video. Bye.